Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards, that's the corner. Today I've got these Baby Yoda cards to commemorate the return of the Mandalorian for Season 3. It's been a couple years since it's been on the air, so I thought it would be cool to check these out. Poe Dameron's in the corner to act too cavalier and get shut down by his superiors. And let's open up the packs. Topps Chrome. I don't think I've opened any of those types of cards. And it looks like it's probably from the first season. Got some odds there. So my original plan was to do a bit of a review of the first episode, but to be honest, I don't really remember too much about what happened. I did watch the episode. I remember like this giant lizard guy eating a bunch of the Mandalorians, and then the Mandalorian saving the day, and then they jump back in the plot. I think that the format is better when they are spending their time focusing on like singular stories. Here we got Grogu's connection. One of the things that they really did well in the first season was get back to their roots of using tropes from Asian cinema, such as Akira Kurosawa and like Hard Boiled and stuff like that. The Dark Troopers cease their assault on the blast doors, and in unison, the group on the lower level turns around. A black-clad and cloaked figure walks through the halls of the cruiser as Bo-Katan watches on the view screen. The mysterious figure brandishes a lightsaber and proceeds to cut through all the dark troopers in his path. Bo-Katan gasps, "A Jedi?" The Mandalorian turns his head at the mention of the word. Could it be? Sensing the force in this mysterious figure, Grogu perks up and lets out a small gasp of his own. So I do remember that Luke Skywalker showed up at the end of the previous season. Pretty nice Baby Yoda card there. I like the texture of these. It's got the shiny backgrounds that really make the characters pop out. An unlikely team. It's Bill Burr. I forget who this Mandalorian is. Down on Morak, the crew consisting of the Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Cara Dune, Fennec Shan, and Miggs Mayfield stand atop a hill, watching Imperial juggernauts pass by. The decision on who is actually going to infiltrate the base becomes a contentious one. Cara Dune's New Republic allegiance will trip Imperial ISB alarms. Shan is wanted by the ISB, so she is out as well. Boba Fett's face is, well, too familiar to anyone old enough to remember, so it comes down to Din Djarin and Mayfield. Oh, I guess that's Boba Fett. I didn't recognize him with the purple arm thing. So she's in it, so I know it's probably from the first season. Or second, maybe that was a second season 2 episode. I can't remember right now. Back on Tatooine. This crazy lady. Back on Tatooine, the Razor Crest blasts its way into the planet's monochromatic orbit. The Mandalorian brings the ship down onto Peli Motto's hangar bay. Motto? Where he allows the wobbly pit droids to service his craft. Peli is exuberant at the sight of Grogu, who is equally happy to see her. Din Djarin tells Peli of his quest to return Grogu to his kind. Though Motto is happy to help, she doesn't have much to offer. When Din brings up Mos Pelgo, she tells of the city's alleged demise and calls on astromech droid R5-D4 to show Din the city on a map of Tatooine. So I definitely think that that's from the second season. All right, and the last one, it's one of 25 Mandalorian concept art cards. And it looks like that's the Razor Crest. These ones are a little warped. I guess that sort of comes with the shiny territory. All right, that's the end of the first pack. I really did like the first season of The Mandalorian quite a lot. There's like episodes that are clearly inspired by Seven Samurai, which is a movie that was my favorite movie for a time, if not still to this day. Defending the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest is the Mandalorian ship, and in many ways his home. When he and Grogu return to where he last landed the ship, the Mandalorian finds it being stripped for parts by local Jawas. The angry bounty hunter gets into position and begins sniping the scavengers with his rifle. Grogu watches in odd curiosity as Mando starts blasting. The Jawas, having already swiped a number of parts, pile into their sand crawler to make a getaway. That was a pretty cool one too. When he like chases down the Jawa, what do you call it, barge thing? An uncertain negotiation. Moff Gideon offers terms to the trapped Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and Greef Karga. As his troops set up an E-Web turret, Gideon recalls its use at the Siege of Mandalore and shows that he knows a shocking amount of information about the group. He identifies Karga as a disgraced magistrate, known that Kara is short for Cara Cynthia, and that she's from Alderaan, and reveals the Mandalorian's real name. They're all stunned by this knowledge, and it's all proof that Mando needs to know that their opponent is indeed the dreaded Moff Gideon. He was a pretty cool character. They showed him. He showed up at the end of the first season, played by Juan Carlo Esposito. All right, we finally got our character card, and it is a pretty decent one. It is the Mandalorian, armored and ready. Equipped with a Camtono case full of... What was that word, Camtono? Equipped with a Camtono case full of Imperial Beskar, the Mandalorian goes to see the armorer, a skilled Mandalorian weapons crafter on Navarro. Using her cryo furnace, the armorer forges a collection of new pieces for Mando's now nearly completed armor, and issues a warning: you will draw many eyes. Armor full of Beskar is a rarity, nearly impenetrable, and incredibly valuable. Nice. So I'm glad that we did get a character card. As cool as these ones are, they unfortunately fall into that sort of screenshots from the show category. Except for this one, I guess. Besides that one, I think that this one's probably my favorite. All right, now we've got Threats of the Moff with Juan Carlo Esposito and Baby Yoda down there. Bo-Katan cries and the company reach the bridge, and she asks aloud, "Where's Gideon?" Down below, two stormtroopers stand guard outside Grogu's cell. Sneaking up from the shadows, the Mandalorian swings his newly acquired Beskar spear and takes the trooper out with minimal effort. Opening the door, he finds Moff Gideon inside, holding the darksaber up to Grogu. Ensuring his own safety, Gideon deceptively allows Din Djarin to take the little one, but as Din advances, the Moff ignites his weapon. Nice. All right, I do think that these cards look pretty cool. I like how the backgrounds are shiny, but the characters aren't. It really makes them pop in a cool way that I don't think we've really seen on too many cards on this channel before. And these are the Baby Yoda cards. If you want to trade for any of these cards, Defending the Razor Crest, Grogu's Connection, or An Unlikely Team, the information on how we do the trades is on the About page of my YouTube channel. Please throw a like at this video if you are so inclined. Subscribe if you haven't already. Show a friend if you think they'd get a kick out of these Mandalorian cards. And take it easy.